captive marketing with vegans and everything, so we want to make pamphlets of our own and whatnot. And we're just getting a little more brazen with it because previously we focused on doing media stuff with our channel, and it hasn't
What about now? You can probably hear me. Yeah, no. There we go. There we go, Mike. No. Oh, no. Okay, he can hear me. All right, Vape says he can hear me, but can... Doc, go ahead and talk.
I was born a poor black child. Back in 1957.
Try it again.
In 1957.
Oh,
I got the back end of it.
I can try. Thanks.
Okay. I think we're somewhere.
Oh, I got the back end of it. I can try. Yep.
All right, we're good.
All
Okay.
voices are
We're gonna
up.
finish this opening up.
Cool.
Ah, gosh
Cool.
darn it. It's going to start all fucking over.
We are dripping with
right.
success.
Unpop this out.
To quote philosopher Freddie Mercury, we are the champions, my friends. Okay, Anal, if you can hear me, I thought you were joking me because the actual card that was promoting the show at the very bottom says in big glowy letters, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So we can hear the audio over the actual live stream right now that says the show is about to start.
You are not dumb, Anal. I just thought you were trying to troll me on it. Anal, I know I'm quite a bit older than you, so if I may offer just a little suggestion, blame it on the alcohol. Or, you know, any other legal adult intoxicant you may have around you. Well, it's only unfortunate, Anal, if you can't afford it.
You can always grow. I like to grow.
Well, it's not that uncommon to see around my neighborhood people, you know, huffing gas and paint thinner. So,
That's not a very good route.
yeah, well, you know, it's Darwinism in effect.
Very true. No point in trying to prove him wrong.
And of course, before we finish off, I'd like to go ahead and thank one of our sponsors tonight, New Amsterdam Alcohol. When you're going to drink, you might as well drink alcohol. Thank one of our sponsors tonight, New Amsterdam Alcohol. Uh-oh, somebody's got their... When you're going to drink, you might as well drink alcohol. I know it's
Feedback.
not... I know it's not me. Everybody make sure that you have your stream muted. I know it's not. I know it's not me. Everybody make sure that you have your stream muted. Oh no, it could have been one of my personalities.
Hmm.
All right. How are we guys doing? I am doing
Good.
fantastic.
Happy
Doc, how are
Saturday.
you doing?
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm thankful for everybody who's come out tonight. And
I can't hear anything. Is anybody talking?
Hmm.
but
No.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please feel free to welcome to the stage Sisyphus.
No, it's not.
That was like Michael Buffer had a stroke.
Hello?
Sisyphus, are you there?
Sometimes you just have to reach into the spirit world. Come to
I
us.
am here. So we got a great show today. Everything's been going wild in the news and all that stuff. You notice, oh man,
That
I'm
is the
doubling
most
up.
awesome picture for the scroll. I like playing Teddy from Queer Kid stuff.
But you know, Assad, he's told the governments that they think that Tide Pod challenges are tough. Try themselves a chlorine challenge.
Well,
Hmm.
Bleach was one of my favorite albums.
Dum-dum.
So the chlorine challenge, is there like a certain volume that you have to ingest, or what's the goal with that? So the chlorine challenge, is there like a certain volume that you have to ingest, or
Okay, I'm hearing it again. I'm hearing
Well,
the
I
delay.
noticed the one guy thought he was faking it, so I would have went up to him and shook him a little. You know, Junos.
Well, I don't care. That's just another place where I will not be vacationing.
But we have our first guest, uh, Monster Media. He is
Media?
a
Oh, go ahead.
commentator. He does a lot of political stuff. And go ahead and tell us about yourself.
Oh yeah. So we started out with a channel, which is the easiest way to find it on YouTube is actually if you type Media Monster channel, because apparently if you type Media Monster, it's just such generic of terms that it pulls up a whole bunch of general crap. Anyway, yeah, with our channel, it initially started out because we were doing some, or my wife and I, we were doing some writing for sites like or websites like Movie Pilot, which are now defunct. But we were going to movie screenings and such, and we were like, hey, instead of writing articles, how about we just make a couple videos, post those, and make a channel out of it and post that content. And every now and then it would go all right. We did talk to a few interesting people when we were doing that, but at the same point, it just really wasn't that great of a thing. And more recently, we just decided that, hey, why don't we start talking about some of the things that we care about? Because in California, especially between LA and the Bay Area, because we live out in Oakland, there are just a lot of cases where you see ridiculousness happen, like people trying to do female-only comedy shows where only women can go in, and it's just like, all right, well, those are frustrating ass things to see, and there are reasons that we have civil rights laws, and obviously, if people try to separate who can go where, fights are going to break out, and sometimes you just get frustrated with that and want to be a little bit of a voice of reason. And we've been working on upgrading our content a little bit here and there, but a lot of what we've been doing so far at least has just been putting stuff in Google Slides, basically mapping out some content, talking about what we want to talk about. Namely, it's been my voice so far, but yeah, really, it's been just getting some of those major issues out of the way, kind of establishing a base for our channel. And from here, we're really going to dive into having some fun with some social issues. We're actually going to be giving out some tickets to the San Diego date of the upcoming Vans Warp Tour, but we're going to be recording a little bit of content at the Mountain View date, where because the festival's been overrun with so many vegans and SJWs that it's just captive marketing, that you can't even stand in line without someone going like, do you eat meat, and just giving you grief about it. And so we're going, okay, well, veganism actually destroys the planet in so many ways. Let's get people to have conversations again without it being some kind of horribly hostile one-sided thing, because it's really gotten to the point to where people like to shout each other down without hearing all the facts. And so, yeah, that's really where our channel's been going. We've been acquiring more and more assets to improve our video quality, and we're looking forward to having some fun.
Okay, wait a minute. How are you actually going to protest it, though?
Oh, this will be fun. This will be fun. So what we've started doing, my wife actually, she
I know,
started making the, oh, go ahead. Oh, anyway, what my wife started doing is she started making some pamphlets on veganism
So
that.
I watched your
Mhm.
videos. I'm messing up.
Oh, no worries.
Okay. So
Mute your YouTube.
We have patience. Gives me a smoke break.
Hey, wait a minute. Did somebody just get a wrench?
Well, there are some monkeys around here.
Wait a minute. We even made up a nice graphic for this whole thing.
Doc, you're gonna have to take this for a second.
All right. Now, if I may make a suggestion, there's a friend of mine who's incredibly anti-vegan.
Mm-hmm.
He made up some pamphlets. And what he did was he just took the abortion rights pamphlets, or excuse me, the anti-abortion pamphlets, replaced abortion with veganism, and then took stuff like he photoshopped out the blood and gore, and instead shopped in like stirred up guacamole that was in the shape of abortions. It was great.
I think that would be really fun for, well, I think that would be really fun, especially to get a laugh out of watching it or looking at the content. What I'm thinking, or especially what we're thinking with the pamphlets that we've been constructing, are let's take some legitimate points that people have against veganism, actual scientific evidence that people have, and go, you know what, vegans are legitimately destroying the planet, and try to use some of their tactics against them, which would be the emotive tactics. And so going, okay, well, we need to evolve as humans. We need to do what we can to protect, and so on and so forth. So, well, if veganism is actually about removing all of these plants that are protecting the environment, so on and so forth, that I I've actually come across certain statistics. I need to dig a little bit more into it for the pamphlets, is about how much it contributes to greenhouse gases, actually gathering up all these different plants and resources, harvesting, planting, and instead feeding all the different farm life, rather than getting rid of the farm life that is ready to go or has been raised, and essentially just kind of tipping the scales of certain ecosystems and causing harm, especially in the carbon area, if we wanted to.
This fucking speaker is like. I mean, listen to this.
You're gonna try to do without it.
I can't.
Oh. Well,
You can't hear anything? For some reason my desk, oh my goodness. This is...
Somebody who knows somebody who's been kicked out of every strip club in the tri-state area. It's more fun to piss people off and then just sit back and watch the show.
Well, one thing that we are thinking when it comes to the this upcoming Warp Tour as well, because there's a band called Dollskin, and if you look up their, well, you can see on Spotify what their music is, and I suggest actually just looking at the lyrics rather than enduring listening to the screeching.
Wait,
but
did you say foreskin?
oh, Dollskin. So instead of foreskin, it's doll skin, DOLL.
Do dolls actually have foreskin?
Well, I guess it depends on how expensive of a doll you're looking for, because with some of the stuff they're coming out with, I think that the chicks who are in the band are the type who want to replace males, basically. They complain about boy bands being able to say anything that they want, and then literally they have a song about punching racist sympathizers. And so it's absolutely absurd.
Wait, it's a chick band?
Yeah, it's all girls who have like pink and blue hair.
Oh, God.
And so, and I imagine they're going to be one of the very early in the day openers. And so all I want to do, because my idea of trolling is that I just want to showcase how unhinged some people can be. And so, since my wife will be wearing a shirt that says, "Oh, save the planet, eat a vegan," one aspect of trolling might be like, "Oh, well, actually, less life forms means it's better for the plants, or it's better for the earth, etc." Just a little bit of trolling there, but yeah, if I just wear a shirt that says like "Stop the violence," and we're pointing to that as they're playing a song that encourages punching people, and we shake our heads. If the band reacts and says something negative, or encourages something, it would definitely be interesting to get that kind of reaction recorded. And so we're going to see what we can do. I'm curious to see if there's much of a reaction or not.
Well, do they allow GoPros into the festival?
Hey guys, am I here?
You are.
Yep.
Go ahead and say, so go ahead and count to 4, and I'm going to finish it off, Doc.
Cool.
So... 3, 4.
All right, cool. We're right.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
I figured it out, guys.
Awesome.
So I actually got watching your videos from first the Small Channels Unite campaign that happened before I even really had a channel, and then your little self-help. Well, it wasn't little. It was like a 4-hour, I want to say 3-part series, 3-hour 3-part series, something like that.
And I could make it far longer. There's a lot to go.
Everybody should go down some sort of self-help. Nobody's learns how to be by the time they got to learn how to become somebody. Most people don't have good role models nowadays, especially.
Oh yeah, and there are so many, and this is just me going on a tangent, but it seems so encouraged to be like, oh, what's your identity? Well, and this goes back to me talking about bands at Warped Tour. There's one where it's like literally there's a song called Delete, and it's about not wanting to delete someone from their iPhone, and it's just like, oh, do you want to include the patch on your iPhone or your iPhone 7? And I know I sound like an old geezer complaining about it, but at the same time, it's just like you want to mention products, and people identify too much with brands. It's rather than individual relationships, and I think there's.
I'm
All
all
right.
for branding.
I'll go ahead and give my my best Warp Tour story. This was back before Y2K. I was a youngin, and we were watching a band that kind of got famous, the Distillers, and they weren't bringing a crowd at the time, but
Amoeba,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Is that?
yep.
Oh, yeah, I saw them.
And they they weren't bringing a crowd, so there was like 12 of us, and we rolled up, and we're just crowding their crowd, which crowding their stage. And at the end of it, they're like, "Hey, come here!" And so 4 of us, me and my 3 buddies, we roll with them. And they go in. It's a 8-passenger van or 9-passenger van or whatever, and we're just sitting in there. And the lead singer, she sits in between me and my buddy, and she looks over at me and she goes, "How old are you?" I go, "Well, I'm 15." And she goes, "Statutory, my favorite type of rape." That was back in the day whenever it was fun. Now everybody's a bunch of pussies.
Yeah. Wait a minute, rape was fun back in the day. I must have missed that decade.
Well,
for guys, if guys are raped, it's always funny unless it's anally.
At minimum, you could joke about it. It gets tougher and tougher. I haven't even checked out with the like modern episodes of South Park or anything. I drifted away from that, even though I use some South Park avatars on a couple of my videos. But that's just I need to find some actual avatar creators and work on that stuff. But I'm curious to see if that brand of comedy has shifted over the years with how much politics has shifted as well.
Well, you know that Parker and Stone just came out to say that
Republicans,
that they're pubs.
Yeah, so and I kind of think that it'll be interesting to see if that gets them alienated in the industry. Well, not that they weren't a bit alienated before, because obviously they're one of the few people that were like, oh, we're going to try to draw Muhammad and get some death threats. But I wonder how that might impact like long term. It's like, gee, they announced they're Republicans. Maybe their budget will just slowly begin to trickle away.
I really don't think they give a shit at this point.
They probably don't, because I mean they can make an episode in 2 days. It's not really like they're struggling to find a retirement fund, at least in my eyes.
Wait
anyway.
a minute. Wait. How did Anal Vape lose his wrench?
Huh?
How did Anal Vape lose his wrench?
A monkey stole it from the zoo.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't talk about pedophiles so blatantly.
That distracts him. You mentioned pedophilia, and
how the hell did Aqua get a wrench?
She's my favorite Barbie girl.
Oh, okay.
You know how it works.
No, actually, I don't. That's why I drink.
I don't know exactly how it works. I kind of just get rid of people, and we'll see
we
how
all
they
have
work.
We all have a reason to drink. There's always an excuse.
What you're do you do the dabs? Are you dabbing it up, Matt?
Well, actually, I haven't used the concentrates in a little while, but yeah, I have used the dabs before. Those are pretty effective if you want to be at home and just like, well, the first time that I ever tried a dab somewhere, it was at a friend's place, and they were really picky about whether or not their kids could catch them smoking, and their kid's like 5 years old and another one that was like 2 years old, and they're doing dabs in the bedroom. And at that point, I had already been just smoking the vape pen all day, and then some regular smoking, and then yeah, when it came to the dabs, I was just sitting there like, oh, I have figured out what too high is. And yeah, beyond that, the dabs are actually pretty good if you're just like chilling out playing video games, but you might hit the point to where you just can't even play a first person shooter anymore. It's definitely a new kind of high if you haven't tried that.
Well, can I just say that I need to bitch slap Baked Alaska because he keeps going, oh, this CBD, man, it's the shit, it's killer.
Well, it's not going to get you high. I mean, I'll do that actually if like my ankle's acting up or some shit, but that's usually if you're looking like if I'll get a strain like some of the vape pens. I'll be like, "Oh, this has a higher CBD, but it still has THC in it." And that's just if I'm going to be walking around all day.
Well, that's the thing. I know a lot about CBD.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that I know a certain store that I help order it for, and no CBD. There's always a trace of THC, but not enough that it can show up on a screen. But he is. I don't know. Chat. What's the word when there's a total tard talking about something that's completely cool, that is not completely cool, that is not a boomer terminology, but only thing I can think of is a douche nozzle.
That, or I just call him Chad. Just a generic name.
Well, I know back in the day we used to call them randos.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, because what I actually think of is when George Carlin was talking about like just those annoying generic names. It's like, or annoying words. It's like the word nice. He's nice. It's like, what does that? You be more creative. And then anyone named Chad. So yeah, I'll just throw that in there if I can't think of something to call someone. I think. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just trying to find out where the hell Sisyphus went. Where are you?
I'm bothering the chat.
Okay.
I was letting.
You have some graphics to slap up.
They should be running right now, aren't they?
No, when you're wrenching people.
What do you mean?
Ah.
You're the only one that's wrenched. Everybody else has abused their authority.
I don't think Aqua has yet. I know Goyam will.
Aqua timed you out.
No, I asked her to.
Oh, did she really? All right, my bad.
I'm good with it because I've never been timed out. Now I've been unfriended, I've been muted, I've been blocked, and okay, I'm gonna ask some advice, Matt. Chime in if you got an answer for me. I'm still trying to get blocked by Mundane Matt, and
Ooh.
I just keep hitting him with meme after meme, and he just won't block me.
That's a tough one. Well, and usually what I find is you would have to contradict someone's post directly. Like, well, for instance, there was a time where all it took for me to get blocked by Greg Proops, and this was something where it was just like, oh, he was insulting Dave Rubin one day, and all I did was responded directly to Greg Proops and went like, obviously Greg Proops isn't Goebbels because you just should watch one of his videos, and if you have that same conclusion at the end, I'll just know your brain has fallen out and instantly blocked. So usually it seems to be if I respond to someone's tweets and they don't like the response that they're getting, that seems to be what'll get a reaction. But I suppose you're probably responding directly with memes anyway, right?
He's a meme ninja. I would say third or fourth degree black belt.
I've been
go ahead.
throwing some out now. My favorite was I just did one for the Mundane Matt shower curtain.
Well, I actually haven't paid too much attention to his channel lately, if I'm going to be completely honest. So just to let you know there.
Who does?
You have a point. I've actually been catching up on more of the H3 stuff lately because, it seems like I just kind of rotate between channels a little bit. But mundane mad, it's kind of like the Amazing Atheist. It's like who actually has stuck and watched through that for a routine while. But no offense to any Amazing Atheist fans out there.
I actually, me and Doc actually get into not arguments, but talks about. I like AIU. I mean, I don't agree with most of his stuff, but he's one of the best editors around, and he's just so snarky. He's like what I've told Doc, he's the best 14-year-old,
Oh yeah.
But his editing skills are like legit. I was just watching him do that band session. It just cracked me up. Whenever he's just going through comments, and then he would talk shit to people that talk shit to him, and then he would ban them from his channel and stuff. It's just hilarious.
Well, go ahead.
He kind of created that for him. He kind of created that persona from the beginning, though.
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean, I did like a lot of his I guess even from a few years back, it was just like, oh, here's a few old videos. Oh, these are pretty cool. And then there were just a few things where it's just like, oh, this took a pretty steep left turn. And I'm just, well, I guess I'll put my viewing time elsewhere. And I did a pretty, what I'm actually going to do with my channel a little bit here and there. Not that I want to keep stirring up drama with YouTubers too much, but I think I'm going to inevitably, just because I like to have honest reactions to things, is I will respond to YouTubers' channels and TV shows in general, and usually I'll try to pick apart the arguments a bit. Like The Daily Show is one that I finally went, okay, I have to be done with this.
Wait, Daily Show or Daily Showa?
Oh, the Daily Show that has Trevor Noah on it.
Yeah, I've seen that video. You're. Go ahead, explain what your beef with Trevor Noah, which I think is a legitimate one.
Trevor's a talentless hack.
Nah. I don't think.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Go ahead.
The thing is that he does have the ability to deliver quality jokes, and I watched I like Jon Stewart. I definitely like the Colbert Report. I feel like NBC has kind of castrated Colbert a bit as far as it's just taken a little bit of a weird direction. It's not quite enough to get me to stop watching it. But with The Daily Show, it's gotten to this point to where everything is a racial generalization. And so before the most recent one where he was talking about punishing whites in South Africa, he was talking about like, oh, with this Heineken ad, of course it's racist. And his answer to that was ask a black. And it's like, oh, really? You're just any black person is going to have the exact same brain because that was and yeah.
Trevor Noah is a racial generalization.
Yeah. Oh, well, and the thing is that he's half white. He was born in South Africa where it was illegal. His birth was even illegal in South Africa. The relationship between his parents was illegal. And it's so weird to see him, someone who it's like he clearly wants to cut half of his genetics out of his body or something because he has a white father, and he was going on an in-between segment on The Daily Show talking about how whites in South Africa should be punished, should have their land taken away. And it's just like there is stuff going on in South Africa where people are being shot, beheaded, raped, and he includes none of that in what he's talking about, and just says, oh, the problem is after apartheid, whites weren't punished.
Well, wasn't his mom, like, I want to say stabbed or at least attacked before?
I mean, his mom did get shot once.
That's what it was.
Because I'm not sure if they live specifically in Johannesburg, but that is an area that is densely populated, and basically people just move from compound to compound because crime is so high. And yeah, at one point his mom got attacked and she did get shot, and it was actually in the head. But at some point, I mean, it wasn't a fatal shot, and apparently it was something where she just kind of moved on from it, and he thought it was a really big deal, and it was a big deal. it's just surprising that he having a white father, he has never talked about his father that I have ever heard of. That is the weird thing, because I've watched these documentaries and everything is about his mother. So it's a very he's a very strange individual in that regard. But going back to the Daily Show in itself, yeah, when Jon Stewart was like, "Oh yeah, this is Trevor Noah," and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is cool. Maybe he can grant some new perspective. He seems pretty funny." He was making some broad comparisons, just between the U.S. and Africa, and it seemed like maybe he could create a unique bridge between the countries, and maybe the show was just becoming more global. But after basically a year, it became more of just a war of his personal agenda, and you could just see even where he's just pulling in more and more people, where he just wants to rip on one side politically, and that's anyone who disagrees with him. It's not even a left or right thing. It's just anyone who disagrees with him. So it's a very huge groupthink hiring process that has happened at the Daily Show, where the correspondents are just mini Trevor Noahs.
Matt, can I just put forward? I think this will help to explain Trevor Noah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a +5 Vorpal douche nozzle with special affinity towards non-logic.
And
yeah,
with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and go to me and my friend Ice-T. We chat back and forth, and I actually got a message from him, and if you will, Doc.
Oh,
and now, ladies and gentlemen, a message from Ice-T.
I'm gonna shoot you so bad, my dick's hard.
Did it work?
I didn't hear shit.
I'm not listening to it online, so that's the... Alright. And that was a message from Ice-T.
come on, Ice.
So, if you don't mind, I'd like to bring up a little personal bit here.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'd just like to say I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, alcoholism, because when you're getting drunk, you need alcoholism. So let me take this shot real quick.
Salud.
Tastes like chicken. Okay. Recently somebody has brought up the fact that one of the first streams that I was on, which was the Backyard Blood Sports church chat a couple weeks ago, that after drinking 28 shots in an hour and a half that I died.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just want to address the fact that I was entangled at that point. I am currently a ghost, but I have not had any verification from the translucent community. So this is a call out to Ghastly Dope to let me know whether or not there's some type of membership fee that I need to pay, or what the hell's going on with that.
A dues card for the Fright Supremacy.
Well, you know, all hail Blue Whale, of course.
Yeah, you got. Yep.
I believe in the Fright Supremacy now that I'm dead and I'm a ghost now. I just wear the bandages anytime I go out in public so I don't freak people out.
Matt, do you heard any Gulf City? You follow it at all?
No, actually, I haven't.
So Gulf City is a very, very good cartoon. I recommend it to all. And I'm going to rape the premise because I'm new to it also. But the basic premise is that as you get better and better as a person, you become a ghost. And ghosts are the real, true, pure people. And it's actually pretty funny. I mean, I can't get into, I don't know, I'm not that good of saying I'm going to end up just totally butchering it, but it's a pretty good gag, and I would like to recommend you watching it.
It
Well,
sounds.
I've talked to him.
Yeah, Doc,
I-
you go ahead. Let's see if you got a better.
Well, I've talked to Gasly, and I've talked to AP, and hopefully we'll be able to get them on. But they're usually broadcasting or blunt streaming. But I hope to be able to get him on in the next few weeks to where he can address this situation, because, you know, there's enough translucent bigotry out there. And I think we need to have people who are strong in the movement, people who are ready to go forward to help entangle people so we can kill all of mankind, turn everyone into ghosts, and make it a perfect society.
So would not believing in ghosts count as bigotry against translucent kind?
Most
It
certainly.
would.
It would?
It
Okay.
would. And
What-
if you do not respect their right to
Their
I
existence.
I can't even get in. I can't blow it up.
You just have
I
to
suck
respect
at
their
it.
existence, I guess. Yeah. Well, I guess more specifically, because I'm one of those people who doesn't believe in ghosts, but I do think that if you have, like, let's say if you were to roll a die and you have 6 different choices, and you were to have, say, the ghosts of those choices in tandem, would that count at, like, those different decisions? Would that still count as a form of bigotry if I were to at least entertain those thoughts?
Doc, do you want to take that
you
one?
can entertain any thoughts that you'd like about it. It's just the fact of how they're treated, because becoming part of the translucent community is becoming entangled. And you're entangled when you reach a specific level of understanding. And then at that point, if somebody kills you, you turn into a ghost.
Okay. And so what actually I am very curious then about the typical what would be your view then on typical ghost hunters? Would they be offensive to the translucent community? Because, for instance, my wife, she used to previously try to communicate with ghosts, and she would go with her friends where they would actually have their little ghost talking boxes. And what's it called?
We can go ahead and give you his Twitter. You can talk directly to a ghost DM.
Oh, we can talk to ghosts through DM.
Directly.
And now my wife is saying that I am not properly categorizing her ghost adventures.
See what
and
you're doing? Gasly would
I
probably
know.
say the same thing.
You see, I am not qualified to speak on these translucent issues, and this is where I need to become more informed. I am not. Well, I don't even know what the version of woke is for this, but clearly I need to become translucent woke or whatever the fuck it is. But we got to figure this out.
Yeah, you gotta get up to speed, brother.
Holy shit, am I behind? God damn, I did not know it.
Because like ghost hunters and ghost adventurers and ghost whisperers, all those people, they're like SJWs to the translucent community.
Okay. And are they just considered the most annoying because they're always reaching out, like they get their Ouija boards and they're just like, oh, is my dead uncle here or something like that? And it's just kind of a pain in the ass, or is there a little more nuance to it?
No, there's a lot more flagrant racism against the translucent community, especially since they came out and said, well, you know, trans is short for translucent, not transgender.
Oh, and that's interesting because I too have some issues with the way that these communities tend to co-opt words, because for me, like the word cis, people always say it's like, oh, cis means cisgendered. No, cis actually means same, and trans actually, if I'm referring to the Latin root, tends to mean across. And so if I mean, if we're talking about going across like life, or so you could be talking about translucent, or so you're you know translucent person, or you're crossing across life, something like that. So there's no reason that the transgender community or any other community should be trying to steal that from translucent folk like yourself.
You're actually starting to speak the truth now, brother. I think we got a convert on our hands, Doc.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing. I did speak to Ghastly a few moments ago, and unfortunately, he's getting ready to do Saturday night streams in just a little bit. But I said if he wants to come on and talk about the translucent community, he has an open door.
We'll definitely leave it open for any time because I am a scholar of different communities. I actually love learning about every community. That way I can pick apart their arguments when they try to attack me.
Well, I have learned a great deal today.
But I am going to go ahead and thank you for coming, Matt. And if you want to stick around, you can. But I am about to invite somebody because we are about out of time, and we're going to just destroy the stream.
All right. Well, tell you what, I will. I'll at least mute myself for now, and maybe I'll pop back on in a little while. See you guys later.
I'm just joking about that. It's not going to be destroyed. I promise. No,
well, tell you what,
I really appreciate you coming, and you know, if you want me over there, we can talk. But if you want to ever come back, you're more than welcome. We kind of had a scheduling problem, and we are currently getting another guest right now.
Hey, Matt, just make sure and toss some links once you get done with your fight against the vegans, because vegans suck.
Oh yes. Well, that's the thing, is they only seem to like one kind of meat. They're very particular. But
yeah, tube steak.
Well, yeah, that seems to be right around the general area. Well, anyway, I'll let the next guest have the floor, and if I'll be listening in. If you guys want me to jump back in, maybe I'll join you guys. So I'll talk to you guys again later.
All right, thanks, Matt.
Have a good one. Bye.
I'd just like to go ahead and campaign at this point. We've gone ahead and given Aqua a wrench. We've given Anal Vape a wrench. And against my greater judgment, I'm going to vote Greatest Goyim for a wrench.
Are you proposing a wrench no state?
I believe you're correct.
Oh my goodness. We are now a wrench no state. Greatest Goyim, you get a wrench. Anal Vape, you got a wrench. Who else is on here? Did you get it? You get a wrench. Any other people in the crowd, look under your chair. You get a wrench.
And I do have to stand up for our friend Joachim. He unfortunately doesn't get off work for a little while longer. It's sad to say, but sometimes even with people under the influence of certain adult enhancers, they take a little longer to be able to get off. And at the bordello, which Joachim works, and I don't think I'm giving anything away here, that sometimes his customers demand a little bit extra. But you guys would not want to, basically cheat him of him being able to get a decent tip, now would you?
Yeah, the Sizzler's doing all you can eat tonight.
Well, and
have we decided it's Sizzler or which one is it?
Well, honestly, it's not like the times when
which probably he's probably like an investment broker. Nah, he definitely is an investment broker. But
back in the day when I was a stripper, I had to quit just because of the fact that that goddamn change belt kept leaving so many bruises.
Yeah, whenever I was interviewing for my porn career, which didn't work out because I'm not Jewish. My name was Brock Johnson because you could almost sing it. Brock Johnson. It's a name you could fit in your mouth.
I have to ask, was it gay porn?
Like I said, I'm not Jewish.
Wait a minute.
I couldn't get involved. They looked at my nose and they were like, you got the cack, but you don't got the hook.
Well, I don't think anybody's, like I said, it's going to take another 3 or 4 weeks before people dox me. So I'll give them a head start. They're on certain sites. If you research it correctly, my stage name was Casey DeLong. I'm just leaving that out there.
Casey DeLong. We'll have to Google that. Do the Googles.
Well, you can if you want. It's still going to take a little bit of time to get back to me, but at least you can. I would say enjoy the qualities that I had to share on the Pornhubs.
There was no Pornhubs. They were using fucking camcorders. Actually, it probably took a whole day just to set up a porn site whenever you were throwing around your cack.
Well, no. I actually it was more 8 millimeter because people keep accusing me of being a boomer.
Might as well run with it.
And Nicolas Cage was on set for one of my shoots. Because I'm just a porn protector.
Porn protector.
So wait a minute. I don't even know who's coming on.
I've sent out a few lines. And haven't got much response. Dodge, and he's asked to come on. I sent him the link and he just kind of disappeared. So
Well,
let's go ahead and just start reading the chat. Greatest Goyam. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and ask him. So, Goyam, I was stalking streams and I heard you were gonna be mean to me. Is that true? Actually, I know it's true because I seen it. What's that about? What you got against me, Goyam? Told you I'm not Jew.
Anal Vape asked, what's your guy's favorite genre of porn? Well, my answer is so boomer that
yeah, mine's gonna be weak.
I'm just not even gonna give it.
Yeah, mine's gonna be pretty weak. So it's nothing. Definitely no fuck cartoons.
No tentacle porn. Oh, wait a minute. No tentacle porn.
All right. So I think
no chicks with dicks.
Yeah, I'm not. No, the chicks with dicks is not. Tell you the truth, my thing is always just the MILF. I mean, I'm old and I don't like to think about banging my daughter, so I have to do the MILFs, the teens and stuff. I mean, they're 18, but that's just not.
Oh, I just recently had somebody send me a GILF porn.
Oh, GILF. That reminds.
Let's just say
Silver Wolf.
Let's just say if Hulk Hogan were a chick, or you were into having sex with luggage, then you would have really enjoyed that video.
What something about Mary whenever she's tanning and you got to see those titties.
And the thing was, she probably was in either her late 60s or early 70s, and she kept in shape, but you could tell the the add-ons that she had.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play this Vine again. We'll see if they can't hear it.
I'm gonna shoot you so bad, my dick's hard.
That just cracks me up.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to give Sam a wrench because he actually pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, I gave him.
Yep,
he's part of the Wrenchno state. So is Haddington. We have the Wrenchno state right now. But
everybody who's watching gets a wrench because, why not?
Yeah, yep. I give them out. I give them out just like anything else. I throw them around. Just like the cack, I throw it around. Throw it to anybody. Not anymore.
Okay, so what is the best type of porn?
If you want to know and this is gonna dox me, of course, and not really because but
well, no, I want to know this from the chat too. You can start it, but the chat better chime in because it was their question.
Yeah. Let's hear it, Vape. What kind of fucking dirty beaner porn do you like?
Is there dirty beaner porn?
Oh yeah, Luscious Lopez.
No idea.
Have you ever? What's that movie? Go to White Castle. What's that? Harold and Kumar. Whenever they I think it's a Harold Kumar part. Whenever they get boned by the maids.
Anal Vape, I do have to say that 3D porn. I'm not talking about virtual reality, but 3D porn is much better than 2D porn.
Yeah, 2D porn gets your stream canceled 3 months, doesn't it, Vape? But this is we're right at a little over an hour, so seeing how we don't have another guest, we're gonna go ahead and oh, Vape. You know what? Let's just go ahead and bring that fucker in. He wants to talk so much. Let's have our good friend Anal Vape come in. Let's see how long he can take before he destroys our stream.
Well, the great thing about it is since we foobarred the OBS so much, it's not like they can
even know. Yeah, they can't even put anything up. Yeah, that's the best thing is they can't do anything. Luckily, because I messed things.
I just saw this pop up in my stuff. You guys live?
Oh, hey,
is that Anal?
Hey.
Is that Anal?
Yeah.
Who's this?
I promise not to ruin your stream. I sent it to the wrong guy.
Oh shit. Well, it doesn't. You can't ruin the stream because I messed up on the OBS to where it's not showing your guys' thing on the Hangout. So.
Oh right. Well,
boo boo. I'm boomer-fied.
Well, first I have to say that you guys liking 3D porn over 2D porn that's old news. You guys got to get with the times.
All right.
No.
So let's go ahead.
I'm talking about 3D porn as in IRL.
Oh, in real life? No, still 2D girls will never hurt you.
Let's go ahead and
dude, as long as you're sitting back far enough, 3D girls will never hurt you.
Doc, hold on 1 second.
I guess that's true.
They can't see who's on the call. So right now we have on the call Mr. Anal Vape. So I heard your Media Monster got. Come on, guys. He was the guest. That's a dick move.
What happened?
Media Monster typed something. They fucking timed him out. Greatest Goyim. That's it. You're lucky it's a Wrenchno state.
Greatest Goyim's in there.
You're lucky it's a Wrenchno state. I'm not going to take it away.
You just got to do what I do and just keep a constant eye on it, and it's like a ritual hazing. You let them get timed out once, and while they're in timed out mode, you can still give them the wrench.
Yeah, it's just it is
kind of annoying. Yeah,
but,
no, it's kind of
anyway.
Yeah, just give them a wrench.
Yeah. Anyway, so and then we got what? So let's go ahead and get this straight. So you got Beaner and and Injun blood in you, or just Beaner blood?
No, I'm like, I don't. I've never done a 23andMe, but what I can tell you is, I'm pretty light skinned. I'm not like absolutely white. I wouldn't call myself white. I tan easily.
And then the other thing, are you? I mean, you've been doxxed. I'm gonna go ahead. I mean,
Sure.
So
Wait,
are you really
translate
missing an eye?
What the hell, Chris Goyam?
Wait, say again.
Are you missing an eye?
Oh, dude, come on. That's just a meme.
No, I don't. I'm new. It's like, it's like, damn, fucking pirate and there aren't too many. I mean,
That's fun. Yeah, they like to put that.
Hey, Sisyphus, let's give some love to the excellent detective hanging out in the chat with us as well.
Well, actually, he's in the call. That was who I was going to get to next after I got done making fun of Anal Vape. So, and then we have the exceptional detective who's actually a real guest and might have something to talk about. But,
hello.
How are you doing? You're gonna save my stream, aren't you?
I'm right now. I'm mixing between trying to get this emulator working and reading this cult leader's third book. The guy I'm doing a video about in a week. And it's a hell of a journey.
Which one?
Oh, it's wild. So yesterday, what was it? Like yesterday, for Friday 13th. Yeah, yesterday. I was out in the town with some friends and my girlfriend, and I took a picture on Twitter of me with this guy with a picture who was dressed like Jesus Christ with an angel wings. He had angel wings and a halo, and he had glowing shoes or sandals. I'm not kidding. He had like lights wrapped around his feet and stuff. And so I didn't think anything of it, but he gave me a card, and all it said was his website. So I went to his website, and it was a bunch of fucking books that he wrote, or PDFs you could download. And just reading them is fucking crazy. He takes the Hebrews Bible, the Old Testament, and the Book of Genesis, combines it all into one, and then he mixes in Greek mythology, Roman mythology, and various different gods and ethos. And he claims that is how our world works, and we're trying to get to El Shaddai. He believes that in 1977, he flew up to the sky. Jesus Christ took him up to the sky. He has a different name for every deity, by the way. Jesus Christ is not Jesus Christ. His name's Yawisha, or something like that. And in 1977, Jesus took him up into the sky, into the clouds, and made him a prophet. And he was put back on earth, and he was supposed to denounce all churches and go around dressed as an angel and convince people to join angel baptism. And that's his religion, angel baptism. And it's fucking crazy.
Does that mean he just stands up on a wall with his wings on and pees on people?
I don't know. It's his books are really well written and coherent, or his PDFs, I should say. Each one is about 200 pages, but they're really well written and coherent. Like, you would think someone that crazy wouldn't be able to coherently explain what he believes in, but he breaks it down in a way to that he adds in like textual stuff from different verses from Bibles and in Greek mythos, and then he ties it together with his own notes in between it. It's similar to like reading, if you were like sent like, I don't know if you've ever worked in mental health before, but a lot of times when we write progress reports on patients, we write it in the same manner that he's writing, which makes it very interesting that he writes that way. So it's really easy to digest, but it's still fucking crazy at the end of the day. He's got an entire YouTube channel. For like 7 years, he's just been uploading video after video to his followers, and he lives like he just comes out every Friday night apparently in the city strip and walks around and dressed like an angel and trying to convince people that he's the prophet for the second coming of Jesus Christ and some other crazy shit.
Well, somebody has to.
Well, it's a little wild, and so I was like, as I started watching his videos, I was like, oh no way, I'm definitely making a video on this guy. This is wild. So, yeah, that's basically it.
You know what's you want to talk about crazies? Back in the '80s with the punk rock scene, I mean, guys would change their names. Like famous ones, Jello Biafra, Henry Rollins. But there's one of the, I think he was the bass guitarist for I can't remember that, but his name was like 6264. He legally changed his name to 6264 because it was the whole, we're anti-establishment. I wish Diogenes was here. I wanted to talk to him about it. But the anti-establishment, we're just a number, so I might as well just be a number.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's not as cool as Jim Hellwig changing his name to Warrior. And that's Warrior in all capital letters.
I don't know. Meta World Peace.
Echoes.
That one's pretty funny. Ron Artest, Indiana, former Pacer. He changed his name to Meta World Peace after, he straight beat the shit out of fans.
There you go.
Well, speaking of names, I have to relate a real life story. I was in the DMV getting my license renewed. And of course, the lines were long. And I'm sitting there waiting. And the guy back behind the counter, I can see him looking at a card. And he keeps looking up around at the crowd, looking back down at the card, looking up to the crowd, looking back down to the card. And then he finally just sighs and goes, "Shithead Jackson? Is there a shithead Jackson?" This big, thick sister just bolts up out of her chair and goes, "That is Shahid."
I think I've heard a version of that before.
Real life, lived it.
There's like quite a bit of people asking for the link in Joaquim's server. If you're over there.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
But
Joaquim's server. I don't know what Joaquim's server is.
I think. Are you not in it?
Oh, for the Discord? No, I'm not in his Discord server.
Really?
No, you're in the Discord, but you don't have any admin powers.
No, I'm in Vapes. I'm not even in the other one.
Interesting.
I actually never. When I first got onto Discord, so this whole thing started. I'm gonna go ahead and this is Sisyphus's backstory of the intranets, because I didn't give two shits about the internet.
It's the interwebs.
It's the intranets to me. Don't change me. And so this whole ethno-state thing got pretty big with Richard Spencer and everything during the election. And then he had the debate with Sargon, which I haven't liked Sargon for a long fucking time. So seeing him get put in his place was kind of funny. But it was like, what the hell? And then I seen everybody starting to do more and more live streams, and it was like, well, shit. So you could see I've like tried to put together videos and do videos and stuff, but it takes so much time, and with a live stream and a show like this, you can just bust it out, say what you got to say, and if people like it, they like it. If not, they don't. While there's guys that have shitty ass messages, but they're able to edit and able to do things, so they get a lot of views. Or they started 10 years ago. That's a lot of these guys. Their content shit, but since they started whenever YouTube was fucking tiny, or there wasn't that big of an appeal, there's people still listen to them or still like them. And then
can I just say, you're acting like a fucking nigger, mate.
A white nigger. But yeah, Sargon is just a joke, and the whole skeptic thing is a joke to me. I don't like, and that's the big thing that's getting on with this whole debate thing. It's like everybody wants to tear stuff down. I don't know. It cracks me up that
I just hate the fact that Sargon, when Jim came back after he did his IA run and then came back as Mr. Medicare, was sucking his dick, wanting to follow Jim, and Jim's just like, I don't want to do that. That's not me. I just want to come on and laugh at people. And I mean, he was literally acting like a jilted lover.
Oh, hardcore. You guys invited hardcore.
Hardcore's in here?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, just a FYI for the chat. Has anybody been paying attention to Baked Alaska at all?
Hey, I don't know. I have not. I've seen a couple memes. I work. You guys, I don't know. I'm not like fucking Lakayam. I actually work multiple hours at a time.
Well,
Right.
after the BuzzFeed video, I gave up all hope for Baked Alaska.
But he just went live right now too on some shit. So
So is Fright Supremacy. They're also
Yeah.
live, but we're here. We are live.
What are they?
oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah. What are they worried about? Yeah, if you want, it's on my channel. Sorry, I thought you understood that.
Hardcore. Why is
Alright,
hardcore?
good.
Oh,
Hardcore- I think
there's
hardcore left 'cause
Tui.
last-
Tui gets a wrench.
Last
Oh,
time I
Tui,
was,
Tui,
I talked to Hardcore a bit. He like freaked out on me from what I remember.
Well, we'll see what happens. Me and Hardcore get along because he's a poor kid. Poor kids get along. That's the way things work. If you're poor, you understand that the stupid bullshit that people want to mouth off about doesn't matter when it comes to a hungry belly.
You agree with Tui's comment saying Baked Alaska is a prime example of why you don't invite a woman to your show or why you don't put one as a co-host?
What happened? Let's hear it.
Well, didn't you see? He
No.
had a woman over. He had a woman over, and he was just basically like yelling at his chat, saying like, "Everybody that's telling me that this is low IQ, just leave. I don't even want you watching my show." He was like,
Well,
yeah.
You think he was
Baked
doing that because
Alaska
of the woman?
is low IQ.
He's a moron.
Right,
You see him pull the fucking sovereign citizen shit with fucking Asian Andy. Dude, he started his bullshit like he's alt-right. And then he's got fucking black boys and fucking all sorts of fucking crude characters rolling in here and there and just blow him up. He's got a Jew fucking representing him. I mean, that guy's nowhere. He's as far from the alt-right as...
Well,
Yeah,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you want to have anybody in Hollywood or celebrity status represent you, it's got to be a Jew.
No, yeah, you are right to be successful, and that's my point. Is that he's just a fucking shill. He's just a shill, and here's plain and simple.
No,
You
Pinochet Panda is right. Last night, the night before, that chick was a thought.
Was she? I mean, was she an Indiana 10? Indiana 10s is a California 7.
She looked like she just got off work from the pole.
Damn, and she probably did. He see, that's what's funny is he's just a fucking. What I don't like is when people try to say that that's one of the great things about Jim is that he doesn't say he's anybody, but these guys try to perceive that they're somebody important. Enoch did it. All these, fucking, what's that? The hacker guy. What was the hacker guy on the show? Fuck. He's Jew.
I don't know, but I watched when he got pepper sprayed.
Who, Enoch or
No,
Baked?
no, Baked. When he got pepper sprayed down in Charlottesville, I think it was.
Yeah, they said that it was just like overspray. It wasn't even in his face.
And I laughed because I'm not going to dox myself until somebody else does. But there was a time in my life where we had to purposely be gassed and pepper sprayed.
I remember
he was such a pussy. Somebody have some milk? Anybody have some milk?
I remember
It's
coming
like,
out
nope,
of Bad
I got
Religion
some
concerts and there'd be dogs barking at you, to where it was, if you were 2 steps away, you'd be getting bit by a dog. I mean, it was, yeah, pepper spray or getting, I don't know. He asked for it and he got it.
He was just like, exactly correct. He was asking for it. He was walking around puffing his chest out. And then when somebody dick slapped him, he just went straight to the ground.
Yeah. I guess the detective and hardcore are just chilling. What do you got to say, Vape? You got...
I want to talk to Hardcore a bit.
Actually,
Hardcore,
hold on 1 second. Let's go ahead. Hardcore is in the chat. Hardcore, or what? Go ahead and say your piece. I want to call you
by
Carlos.
The way, can we just do Sisyphus? Can we just do a quick recap? We've got Sisyphus, we've got Anal Vape, we've got Hardcore, we've got the excellent detective, and of course myself just hanging out doing nothing but drinking alcohol.
Yeah, you're actually the guy that gets stuff done. I'm just the
Well,
good looks.
well, that's what my wife says, but All right, and thank you for giving Billy the anti-bully a wrench, because that's only going to turn out good.
He's good. No, he doesn't gas people.
You know what's funny is if everybody has a wrench, then nobody's out.
Right, right.
That's the
Also-
secret.
Also,
That's what the Wrench No State is all about.
That's the whole. Yeah, it's the troll on the trolls. Exactly.
hardcore. What's your take on Donald Trump and this whole Syria thing?
Oh God!
I really don't even know how to feel about it.
You want to know what Assad said?
What?
What's that say?
Assad said, "Bitches be thinking Tide Pod challenge is something. Why don't you try the chlorine challenge, nigga?"
What the fuck?
It's just saying they're hardcore in Syria. You know, like that's
Was
what.
that a joke? Was that wait? Who
They
was
don't
that?
play. They don't play.
Yeah, so
I make people laugh.
yeah, sorry, I got excited that Hardcore was here. Hardcore's like a celebrity to our server. We miss you, Hardcore. Are you still in there, or did you leave?
I come in there occasionally. I turned off the notifications, so I'm not getting just constantly berated.
Yeah,
Dude, it is pretty silly how many notifications.
Hey,
it's about 1,000 a day.
It's like 120 a day. I get home from work and I'm just like, and they all are just at everyone's.
Right,
Yeah.
and most of those at everyone's are not important.
Not to me, because I'm just a schmuck.
Like what happens is we have a guy, Suicidal Robot, and he'll add everyone, and then someone will tell him, "Stop adding everyone," and he does it like 20 more times.
And then he adds them specifically too.
Right.
Hold on.
Hey, Hardcore. I
Here's-
just want to make you feel at home. Are you ready?
All right.
Shut up, Hardcore. Shut up.
Yeah, you're fucking stupid.
Oh, you forgot. You forgot the word brainlet. You got to throw in brainlet there.
Or
Okay, I'm
Civ Cuck.
Shut up, Hardcore. You little brainlet.
There we go. I feel at home.
All right, awesome.
But let's talk about something that I noticed on the Discord, Vape. Did you actually
What?
lose? Did you actually lose your ownership for a little while?
Well, who told you that? Why do you?
I've
think
seen
that?
it.
Daniel.
I actually seen it. I was there.
I never lost ownership. No.
Guys,
Did you repent? Did you
no,
repent?
But what I did though was
And I'm being told to tell you, look at you.
look at you.
Look at you.
I
Okay.
did repent. I did repent.
Okay.
But yeah, I never lost ownership. It's just the reason it looked that way is because there was roles above mine, and the reason behind that is because I was cucking to the autism squad. Their autism got to me. I cannot beat them.
No, you were repenting, is what it was.
Yeah, I had to repent in order to get them off me.
I don't. Honestly, I think that was the smartest move. There's really no way to defeat the helmet wearers because they can just keep banging their heads against the wall all day.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Don't piss off internet autists because you cannot win. There's more of them than there are of you.
But hold on. I want to say something real quick. I appreciate the hell out of the internet autist whenever you get around like your basic SJW types or anything like that, because it literally is like looking at our memes from a year ago. And they're just like, y'all are nothing but a bunch of Trump tards. And I'm like, wait a second. Do you honestly think that you are being creative or new or edgy by just repeating somebody else's meme with a different word? Because I really hate that. And it's really funny because like here it's hard to keep up with all the memes, but over there they're just regurgitating them.
Oh, can I make a shout out to Monday and Matt real quick?
Yes, most certainly.
Okay,
We love
great.
him here.
I hope somewhere in the ether he sees this stream real quick. Matt, you are fat and fucking. You're a loser. You're a fucking loser, Matt. Don't ever name drop me on your streams again, you fat retard. You are fucking pathetic.
Hey,
this
Detective?
channel. Yes.
Matt?
Did you see the shower curtain meme that I posted to him?
That's exactly what I was about to ask him.
Shower curtain meme.
Yeah, go on. Fuck.
Twitter?
Yeah, go on Twitter. He. Oh, it's great.
Who posted it?
I did.
Doc.
I've been
Okay.
I've been throwing memes at him for weeks now, hoping he would block me, and he hasn't yet.
Yeah, he's doing it
Which
on
one am
purpose. He keeps sending him shitty ass memes, trying to be a dick, and just trying to get him to block him.
Which one am I looking at?
The shower
Which
curtain.
tweet?
Oh,
It's Monday Matt one. Okay. Wait, here's a winner of an idea that I humbly
Oh my
submitted.
god.
But so the detective, what do you think about the Masons? I want you're a detective.
Mason? Where's a Mason?
No, the Masonics, the Masonic Order.
The Mason Order. I
What's
don't
your?
know. They're probably into some weird shit. Who knows?
I'm surprised Detective isn't full off Ross hunting right now.
Isn't full off what?
Ross hunting.
He's
Ross hunting.
done. Ross is already.
Oh god, don't get me started on that fucking sped.
No,
no,
He's already
no
fighting.
pedo talk at all. We all
Yeah.
hate him.
It's over. It's over.
I would never go after that fucking retard.
It's over. He's dead.
I know he's been making videos about me recently, and people sent me like one of them, and he made like another one about me in some capacity, and I didn't even respond. I was like, oh okay. Like,
Hey, I'm just hoping.
attention.
I'm just hoping he takes the inspiration from Omnipolitics.
Do you guys want?
Did he really try to get you fired?
Yeah, that's people. Shit, I've had a ton of people, A-Logs and Weens, do that. Fuck, I'm sure like half of Kiwi Farms has already tried. That's nothing new.
That's ridiculous.
It comes with the territory, though. You know what I mean?
Hey,
What would
detective.
they say to your employers? I don't understand.
They just kept calling him and emailing him and just saying obscene shit over and over and over again. And then they finally, my one boss got tired of it.
Hey, detective. If you want a locale from a different community, Jason Blaha. He's a fitness.
Oh, are you talking about Jason? He's the guy who's got like he can't help himself but continue to eat. He's got a little bit of Down syndrome or something.
No, he's the guy that he got a lot of these guys are just famous because they were doing it for a long time.
What is that the military wannabe guy or
yeah, the one.
Oh, you're talking about now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you think killing people's fucking funny, Simon? Fuck
that
you,
guy.
Simon. And then he had no military background, but he's still doing videos.
He's the fat guy. I don't know how he was ever taken seriously on fit.
Because it's not. See, here's the biggest thing with the fitness community is there's three different genres of fitness communities. There's straight bodybuilding, like hardcore big motherfuckers, Ronnie Coleman, the guys that want to get massive. Yeah, that actually want to get massive, that like beyond fucking retarded massive. And then there's like the Jeff Sides, the guys that basically want to be Abercrombie and Fitch models. You know, they want to be
right. I know who Jeff is. Yeah.
just the old classic.
Have you seen? There's a guy I should show him to you who's like he's fucking retarded, and
Jason Genova.
Is that? Yeah, that's him. That's the guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
The Sith Lord. Don't fuck with him. Seriously, detective. Honestly, he's the Sith Lord. Do not.
He's a little fucking.
He will order 6-6 you. He will order 66 you. Actually, I'll tell you what, detective. That is a challenge. That is a challenge. I'll give you that challenge. If you think you can go up against fucking Genova and the Sith Lord and deal with an order 66.
He pissed off a lot of people. Last thing I saw of him.
Look it up. Dude, he has a minions. Dude, it's
There's no
unreal.
way he fans. There's no way.
Well, they're not. They don't really follow him. They kind of. They're like they're trolling along with him. He's the Sith Lord. Dude.
His buddy forced him to eat like a milkshake and shit because he found him like stuff in his face when he's supposed to be on a diet.
Yeah, but yeah, he's the joke, but you don't fuck with the joke. It's weird.
Well,
fuck
hold
with
on,
him.
hold on.
Fuck with him.
I'm pretty
It's,
sure nobody in the chat knows who the fuck we're talking about.
look up Jason Genova Order 66.
Okay, so what he's talking about, I think this is the most recent thing I saw of him, which was a while ago, was this Jason guy decided when Rich Piana died, like he had a beef with Rich Piana, and he decided to like come out and was just like, that's it. Fuck you, Rich. Order 66 and all this retarded autistic shit. Like he has autism and he thinks he's like a bodybuilder. It's really weird.
No, it worked. I mean, he lost fucking Rich Piana. Yeah, it worked. I mean, he is the troll of the fitness community. He's retarded. No, he's not. His minions are. What it is they're called what the fuck are they called? They're called the.
I thought it was like Alexander Jordan Jahans. Like that's what I conflated him to.
No, he's part of a group. They're called the Misfits, something Misfits, Barbell Club Misfits or something like that. And it's got
what do you think about Vegan Gains?
Vegan Gains is 160 pounds.
Well, have you guys been following what is recently going on with him? Like his wife got a restraining order on him.
Okay, so here I'll go ahead and I'll give you the docs. I know. Okay. So Vegan Gains. I know. I'll go ahead and give you the
Vegan Gains right now.
So Vegan Gains. His name is Richard. But
yeah, Richard. Yeah.
Vegan Gains started off just being an asshole, and he was a supporter of Jason Blaha. Like he was one of Jason Blaha's minions.
I know who you're talking about. I followed him when he had 5,000 subs. Well, I saw all this stuff.
And now
his name is Richard, but everyone just calls him Dick.
But hold on.
So what happened with the dog? So the dog, he bought a hybrid wolf. Is basically what this dog was. It's a hybrid wolf, and he was feeding it vegan. He's feeding this fucking dog vegan, keeping it in a cage, feeding it vegan. When his wife has ever been on video, which he paid to fly her over at one time, and then she left and broke up with him, and then he got her back, and then he was married to her. Like it was really weird.
But she got a restraining order just recently. Like I'm talking about this happened.
Oh, I guarantee it
because a week ago.
Because she was talking about that, 6 months ago, about how angry he is and his anger problems. A good video to watch is his Christmas video. Whenever he goes home and talks to his parents and stuff, he doesn't even call his dad.
Yeah, his dad hates him.
He doesn't even call his dad his dad. He calls his dad by his real name, whatever. I can't even remember what it is.
Crazy. He got a vasectomy at age 18 or some shit.
Yeah, he got a vasectomy for veganism. Yep. And what's funny is he straight up.
What the hell does vasectomies do with veganism?
Because there's too many.
He just hates so bad. He hates himself. So he got himself a vasectomy because he didn't want to perpetrate his genes onto the next generation.
Yeah. Well, I know recently I'm in the middle of Overwatch, so this is difficult. I have to look at look at what people are talking about on 12 chan, but or not 12, 16 chan, but I'm pretty sure that they were saying that she got a restraining order on him super recently because he was going off the rails or something like that. Something happened recently. I don't know what. And he's moved back in with his parents.
Yeah,
his poor parents.
His big thing is one, he's got a very good side bicep. So his arm looks big from the side. Just that one shot, he's got a big bicep. So all these little fucking vegans who can't gain weight because they're not eating enough calories, plain and simple, they're not eating enough calories, are just amazed by this 160-pound big-armed guy who talks about how veganism, and he's just straight, he told people he wants to kill them, straight to their face.
Well, he's fucking crazy. He has a gun and everything.
Guns and knives. You see the thing where he's
hold up. I thought he was gonna hold up a what's it called? One of the slaughterhouses he's been to, just show up there and hold a bunch of people hostage with guns or something, or shoot one up. I'm surprised he hasn't yet, which is weird.
He's tried a bunch of different stuff. And then he'll go to these fitness things and try to talk shit to people, and he's just like tiny, and these guys like look at him.
Well, I
like,
know that he like the one guy was used to be an MMA fighter. He talked shit to, and he was gonna fuck him up. Like he made videos of him practicing and training to fuck his shit up. You remember? You know what I'm talking about? The guy with the beard? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Lex.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And he was like super ready because I guess vegan Richard said some shit about his wife or his girlfriend or something, and it was on.
Yeah, really, honestly, I've tried to have it out with him back in the day.
Didn't he say some shit about when what's his face got reissued cancer again? Wasn't he like, I'm glad you got cancer and it's all your food's fault?
He said it from the beginning when he first got cancer. He said it from the beginning.
Yeah,
and then whenever it came back, he made
went,
another like a 20-minute video.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. That's what I thought.
But
man, he's such an asshole.
Blaha is a better locale. Like Jason Blaha, he's old, but he's kind of big, but he makes himself out that he's super, super big. And his big thing is, which is true, just simple compound movements. I mean, if anybody's listening out there, you know, all you fucking people that might lift or might not lift, if you really want to get big and you really want to do anything, it's all about compound movements. Doing curls don't mean shit. If you want to get bigger arms, start doing chin-ups. Honestly, don't do any fucking curls. Just do chin-ups, you know, underarmed fucking pull-ups. And
that makes sense.
You will gain, your back will get a lot wider and your biceps will get bigger. And if you just continue, I could give you a program for it, but that's instead of doing bicep curls, which are just wasted time.
Let's see. Okay, here we go.
I used to have one of those.
All right. So this is what's going on with Vegan Gains. Some whistleblower from his Patreon said, "I'm a Patreon subscriber, and his paying only Sunday live stream discussed this. He made a new vlog yesterday, but he deleted it and put it for the Patreon users. He talked about how he's forbidden from speaking with his wife, so she's living at their apartment while he has to move to his mother's house. Let's see. What else?
Sisyphus, send me that link to that.
It's on his Kiwi Farms thread.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are even.
We're talking about Vegan Gains.
No, we have just been invaded by the anime chicks.
I mean, I know who.
They can't kill us.
I know who Vegan Gains is. But like you did, Sisyphus, did you say Vegan Gains is 160?
Yeah, he only weighs like 160 pounds.
That's insane because I'm like, I have like zero muscles and I'm heavier than that.
Yeah, I'm
probably just.
My dick weighs more than Vegan Gains.
No, he's seriously, and like you look at like even dude, anal.
What? It wasn't me.
Not cool, bro. Is what it is.
It wasn't me. I swear.
Is what it is, bro. They got to get loud, I guess, which they're probably going to do here in a second. We told fucking, now watch. Now I can't get any good guest on here because you cocksuckers want to fucking just be silly. I mean, come on now. I'm nobody. Is what it is. Is what it is.
What's going on?
Nothing. Nothing's going on. You guys are just awesome.
Yeah,
well, we were talking about
the way because we never know when to end it. So once
we get our daily dose of people fucking with us, then we end the stream.
Wait. What, am I missing something? What am I don't
look at the anything. Google Hangout, dick.
Oh.
I did. Okay.
Look at the fucking Google Hangout, and then tell me that all these people aren't from you. And here's Tui. Tui.
Wait. Can't you kick people or mute them?
It doesn't work that way, dick.
Why are you yelling at me?
It actually does work that way.
Tui, what are you doing?
No, not whenever you give out a fucking thing to everybody. It doesn't work that way.
I didn't give anybody.
You give out if I knew who you were and I didn't just and it didn't just pop in as a link, I could kick you. But since I don't have any address or you just got this link randomly, it's stuck. That Lauren Southern's had to deal with it. Everybody's had to deal with it. It's something that it's something I've been working on, and I thought if I just wouldn't yeah.
Well, I don't personally have this problem when I do Google Hangouts. I don't know. I mean,
because you're friends with everybody that you're in the hangout with. You don't bring newcomers into your hangout.
I don't understand. I think I'm boomer posting right now. I really don't understand.
In all fairness, Anal, your shit goes fucking wonky. Usually.
What do you mean?
It usually fucking shit.
My girl just got home from work. I'm gonna get off here, but we should reschedule to do the talk because I'd actually like to talk about some citizen stuff, because that's actually pretty interesting stuff to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about.
Oh God. Tui. Listen to you.
Listen to you.
I mean, you're destroying nobody. That's the worst part about it is you're destroying nobody. It's silly.
Well, and when you're ready, when you guys are ready to set up the.
I'll hit you up on DMs.
We've only got 6 upvotes. There's 14 people watching. I don't care if you
Oh my God,
downvote, just vote.
You have to be able to.
Tui.
Sisyphus, you can't. You really can't mute.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna bounce later.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I just stopped it out on the outside to where they can't hear it. No, I turned off the OBS to where no one can hear it other than us. They're muted themselves. No. Yeah, no. It's whenever, dude. If you're not friends with somebody and you just send out, I've been researching this stupid shit. If you send out just a link, anybody can hop in and do whatever the fuck they want. But if you are friends with them and they're in your whatever Google. That's the easiest way to do that. I am just going to set up another Google Hangout. I know you can only hear me. That's because I did that on purpose. So we'll just set up another Google Hangout. Yeah, so that's how I'm going to end it. I am going to just hang out here for a second and just talk your guys' ears off. I do think it was kind of silly, but I got to respect it a little bit. I understand trolling to be trolls. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit and just hang out. Wait for people to actually come to my call, because apparently some people can't be invited because they're silly. They like to have fun and be silly, which is cool. People can be fun and be silly, but when that happens, I can have the right to not be silly. Anybody? So I'm going to go ahead and read a cat. I want to hear it. Greatest Goyim. Pinochet Panda. Bring back the jams. Pinochet Panda. Honest. Well, you're a bluebee cunt. You don't really have any power here. We can only hear you, Sisyphus, Greater Goyim. Yep. Listen to you, the straw man. Woo. Anal Aqua. It was Anal's Vape's fault. I'm fully aware of that. It's not too hard to figure that out. But it does not seem like anybody's... Doc, get on your Twitter. And answer the Twitter, dude.
I'm gonna shoot you so bad, my dick's hard.
Anybody want me to talk about something? Looking at the chat, and looks like I don't have anybody. Hello? You here? I'm hearing you. Where are you at? Did you get the other Hangout link I sent you? I am hearing you. You get the other Hangout link I sent you? Yes. Okay. All right. Nah, that's the way I solved it. I just hung up on those fuckers. So we have now found out that anal vape is completely and... Oh, there we go. You're on now.
I'm in Jersey. I'm just hanging out.
You're on. We're live again.
Yeah, that's the one I'm in right now.
Okay. But so
Yes?
officially, anal vape has lost.
Are you listening to the YouTube stream?
No, is there stuff playing right now? It should be us talking. Hello?
It sounds like you're listening to the stream because there's a delay.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, so... gosh dang it. Oh. All right, we're done.